The world of rhinos, majestic giants of the wild. Rhinos, or rhinoceroses, are some of the most iconic and powerful creatures on the planet. Known for their massive size, thick skin, and distinctive horns, rhinos have roamed the earth for millions of years, evolving into the majestic animals we know today. However, despite their impressive stature, rhinos are now critically endangered due to habitat loss and poaching. In this detailed exploration, we will dive into the fascinating world of rhinos, discussing their biology, behavior, species differences, and the conservation efforts underway to protect them. Species and distribution. There are 5 species of rhinoceros in the world, divided into 2 African species and 3 Asian species. White rhino, Ceratotherium cymum, found in southern Africa. It is the largest of all rhino species. There are 2 subspecies, the southern white rhino and the critically endangered northern white rhino, of which only 2 individuals remain. Black rhino, Diceros bicornis, smaller and more aggressive than the white rhino. The black rhino is native to eastern and southern Africa. Despite its name, the black rhino's color ranges from brown to gray. Indian rhino, Rhinoceros unicornis, also known as the greater one-horned rhino. It lives primarily in northern India and Nepal. It is distinguished by its single horn and armor-like skin folds. Javan rhino, Rhinoceros sondaicus, this species is the most endangered, with fewer than 80 individuals left in the wild. It is found in the Ujung Kulon National Park in Indonesia. Sumatran rhino, Dicerorhinus sumatrensis, the smallest and hairiest rhino species. The Sumatran rhino is critically endangered, with fewer than 80 individuals remaining in Indonesia. Size and physical characteristics. Rhinos are among the largest mammals, with the white rhino being the heaviest, weighing up to 2.500 kilograms, 5.500 pounds. The black rhino is smaller, weighing between 800 and 1.400 kilograms, 1.800 to 3.100 pounds, while the Indian rhino can weigh up to 2.200 kilograms, 4.900 pounds. Asian species, like the Sumatran and Javan rhinos, are smaller but still formidable. All rhino species share some common traits. Thick skin. Rhinos have thick, protective skin, but it is surprisingly sensitive to sunburn and insect bites, which is why they enjoy wallowing in mud. Horns. Rhinos are known for their horns, made of keratin, the same substance that makes up human hair and nails. While African rhinos have 2 horns, the Indian and Javan species have only 1. Sadly, the value placed on these horns for traditional medicine has driven extensive poaching. Behavior and social structure. Rhinos are generally solitary animals, although some species, like the white rhino, are more social and can be found in small groups called crashes. These groups are often led by a dominant female. Rhinos are territorial, and males, especially black rhinos, are known to be particularly aggressive in defending their turf. Communication. Rhinos communicate through vocalizations, body language, and scent marking. They make grunts, growls, and even whistles to express themselves. Diet. Rhinos are herbivores, feeding on grasses, leaves, and shoots. White rhinos are grazers, while black rhinos are browsers, feeding on leaves, twigs, and bushes. Adaptations and survival. Rhinos have evolved a variety of adaptations that have allowed them to thrive in different environments, from African savannas to Asian rainforests. Thick skin. Their thick hide acts as armor against predators, although it is still vulnerable to human poachers. Horn. Their horn is used for defense, attracting mates, and establishing dominance. Excellent sense of smell and hearing. Rhinos have poor eyesight but compensate with exceptional senses of smell and hearing. They rely on these to detect predators and find food. Wallowing. Rhinos enjoy rolling in mud, which helps them cool off and protects their skin from parasites and sunburn. Conservation status and threats. All rhino species face severe threats from poaching and habitat loss. Rhinos are poached primarily for their horns, which are highly prized in traditional Chinese and Vietnamese medicine. Habitat destruction, driven by human expansion and agriculture, is also a significant threat to rhino populations. Poaching. Rhino poaching has reached alarming levels, particularly in Africa. In some regions, poaching has decimated entire populations, despite international bans on the trade of rhino horn. The black market for these horns remains strong due to high demand. Habitat loss. As human populations expand, rhino habitats shrink, leaving them vulnerable to poachers and reducing their food sources. Conservation efforts. Despite these challenges, there are ongoing efforts to protect and conserve rhino populations. Anti-poaching units. Several organizations have established anti-poaching patrols, using technology like drones, GPS tracking, and armed rangers to protect rhinos from poachers. Translocation. Conservationists are working to move rhinos from high-risk areas to safer reserves. For example, the black rhino has been successfully reintroduced into protected areas across Africa. Breeding programs. Zoos and sanctuaries around the world are actively involved in breeding programs to increase rhino numbers. The northern white rhino, for instance, is part of an ambitious breeding program using artificial insemination and cloning. Public awareness and education. Campaigns are raising global awareness about the plight of rhinos and the importance of protecting these majestic creatures. The future of rhinos. The future of rhinos hangs in the balance. While there have been some successes in conservation, the overall outlook remains challenging. Poaching continues to be a major issue, and habitat loss shows no sign of slowing down. However, with international collaboration, continued anti-poaching efforts, and ongoing public education, there is hope for these iconic animals. Fascination and cultural significance. Throughout history, rhinos have been symbols of strength and power. In some cultures, they are considered sacred, while in others, their horns are believed to have medicinal properties, contributing to their endangered status today. In modern times, rhinos have become symbols of the fight against poaching and the need for conservation, representing both the beauty of nature and the urgent need to protect it. Conclusion. The world of rhinos is one of beauty, power, and fragility. These ancient giants have survived for millions of years, yet they now face their greatest threat, human activity. Through conservation efforts, education, and global cooperation, we can ensure that future generations will continue to marvel at these magnificent creatures in the wild. Rhinos are not just a part of the natural world. They are a vital component of it. Protecting them is not only about saving a species, but also about preserving the ecosystems they inhabit and the balance of life on our planet.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing wildlife content on Wild Diary Florence. Let's continue exploring the wonders of nature together.